try once again to see if this share play thing works.
Let me give it one go. If not, I've already got the stream set up. Yes, I'm on your page, so I've already got the stream set up.
If he doesn't want the castle and stuff, I can just give him the sign into my account and he can play off that. Because we know it works with mine before.
Yeah, but
think
it's
it's my
him
internet
getting
connection.
in, and it's his internet connection.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately.
Oh.
Wow, okay. I was gonna try. Okay, so I was gonna try and use their stats from last game, but they're all so terrible I'd rather not. Let's just start anew, huh?
You're gonna go based off the stats of the previous round to see what we can learn.
Well, I was gonna like compare to the last game, but I forgot they got 7-0'd, so
There was a bit of a
lots of room to grow.
stomping that may have happened
Lots of
previously.
room to grow for this team, especially since no one got over 3 kills. Just seeing that alone would be an improvement.
If they
Over
can win
three
one
kills.
round, I think they can be happy with their performance.
I think so too. Devil's team is starting on defense on Shelley, correct?
No, TD's team is starting on defense.
TD's team. Interesting. Maybe that means Devil had first ban.
Yes, sir. I hear the downing of a water bottle. Refreshments sound real good right about now.
Indeed, my mouth is incredibly dry.
I know the
And I'm pretty
feeling.
hungry. I woke up at 1:40 because I slept through my alarm. So it's been a late day for me.
Oh, TD has joined the lobby.
Hell yes, it'll be interesting to see when this match starts up what bands we got.
Sure, for sure. Alright, well, it looks like we are here. Everyone is in the lobby and ready to go. So, in one moment, we shall be ready to start. Alrighty, now, as we get set for the second game of the day between Devil and TD, here we go. Alright, looks like this will be a very exciting match. Let's see what bands start coming out here for the defenders. What will we have here first? Also, Carson, have you muted yourself? Looks like we've got a very standard first band here coming out with the Thatcher. A very common band. Let's see who comes out next. It is Twitch. Let's see what comes out next here. Mira ban coming out. They do not want to fight against that Mira. Worked out very well for them last time. And Cade being our final ban. Round 1. Let's see where they start for the defense here. Going for a Master Office defense to start the game off. And we know that TD has been prepping every single map, so their team says. Let's see what strats they have to bring out today. Interestingly enough, we do not see Jay on Clash. He is on a castle this time. And look back to our previous game, he played Clash every single round. Be very surprised if that changes, but that'll only happen if they 6-pick him out of the castle role. So far, he's the only one who hasn't locked in, but it does not look like he's going to switch.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright, let's see what kind of hold they bring out today. Interesting to see where they decide to use these castle barricades.
Attackers have located a bomb. Seconds left before 5 seconds left.
Alright. Well, bringing out the frost, the attackers better make sure that they are being very wary of those frost mats. Don't want to have any accidents where people fall in, stumble, and trip and break their legs. That would not be good.
Yeah, an interesting setup coming out from TD and his squad here.
It'd be very,
taking care of second floor, but no wall denial. This will be interesting. Maybe they'll be looking to just give them the site.
Look, putting 3 of their castle barricades on windows.
See the attackers where they'd like to come in from. Defense just setting up. Not a lot of action going down in the first. Seconds of the round, we saw a lot of entry kills in the previous game on Bank. A lot of opening kills, but not as many for this game to start.
And we see Melly getting aggressive here on the big window on Master. But so far, nothing for his troubles. He'll try and make some progress in the trophy. Where will be one waiting for him above in solar. But right now it seems to be a large push on the mezzanine side, but no one's really getting too committal here. And Kettle jumping in, barely avoiding a death from TD hanging out below. Will they realize he's there? He's already rotated away. Goes back into Jim. Trying to see if he can make something happen here. Right now it seems the attackers have slowed down a little bit after that initial push in. They did get wall.
With no wall denial, you would think getting the wall would be the easiest task, but the attackers are making it look pretty hard as they still haven't done it yet.
They just got it. Just
got it. Right, that should set them up in a pretty good position. Still have the roamer downstairs though to be aware of.
Yeah.
Time
Exchanging
down,
a few
the
blows.
defender's looking primed.
But so far, not much happening. Cosmic getting the opening pick here. On a nice hold from Piano. Jim Bob getting one more. Mel trying to get a pick, but no, cut down by the Maestro of Cosmic once again. Will he get one more kill here? He's set up and primed, waiting for one more. Devil getting a trade out here. On to TD. Nope, running into sight and doesn't have diffuser. Has to run back out to get it, and they run out of time because of it. That is an unfortunate misplay from the attackers here.
I like what I saw from the defense right there. Might not have noticed it, but the holes from Piano, or from Library Wall, looking into Piano paired with the shield, meant that Cosmic could play that angle perfectly. He had exact line of sight as to where the attackers had to come from, and there was no way that they could combat him in the way that they were pushing.
No. It's very unfortunate there for the attackers.
Very slow attack. Wall denial not even available for the defenders. Not even an operator that they picked, and still it took the attacking side way too long to get the wall open. And beyond that, they didn't even clear down that TD was downstairs, so he was able to do some early damage onto Kettle.
Yeah, easily taking that early damage and the time. TD was invaluable for them there.
With another round coming up that we don't see the defenders opt to do any hard wall denial, the Cali pick is looking more and more useless. I understand that there could be some fear that they might 6-pick onto it, but it seems like TD's team is pretty set in the strategy that they have in mind. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with this bar attack. This bar defense.
Moving on to a bar gaming setup. Be very curious here to see how exactly they decide to hold it.
Shield on top of library stairs, something we see quite often. Some pretty standard reinforcements coming out. Seems like it'll be a pretty standard bar gaming hold. Something that we would expect to see in Pro League.
Which is, I feel, where a lot of the Sare TD strats will be devised from that Pro League strat book.
If the attacking side wants to attack this correctly, we should expect to see them push from the office over towards library. And they just might be, as they spawn all on the east side.
Seems like they might be going for a very linear take here. Let's see if they decide to take anywhere else first.
One
They all
thing
look
to note is that the
primed to
last
go
thing
in
you want
the
to do against
front
TD's team is be linear.
Very spread out, waiting for anything to happen here. Devil walking into sight, not sure what's happening here, and just pick after pick after pick. 2 melees coming out, and like that, it is a 4v1 for the defenders. And Sare getting the last kill like that, the round is over.
A blink of an eye and this round is done.
Just
a rush opted by the attackers, but poorly executed, as the defenders were more than prepped to handle that.
That was very shocking, to say the least. This round is over before it had even begun. 2 melee kills coming out there. You hate to see that.
Yeah. You'd think to combat these very clear Pro League holds, you would want to do a good clear on the attack, but the attack is opting not to even drone, as they just full rush into sight. I wonder what they thought they saw there that allowed them to rush into sight.
We'll be going for a basement defense here. TD's team looking to complete the trifecta of defense sites. Kettle going for a very late 6-pick. Not enough time to get a new operator.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Might be for the best if he can utilize that Jackal, because if there's anything I know, it's that there will at least be one roamer. I assume it'll be TD on the vigil.
For sure. He's already going up and getting hatches.
And yet again, the attacking side is looking confused and befuddled as we see the Cali pick come out, yet no one to get the wall. We may have 2 can openers on fuse, but even then, why not just bring hard breach at that point?
Yeah, and
This is
once
something we've seen
again,
quite often in the
the
2
only
games.
thing here that's going to be holding the walls is a mute
Attackers are
jammer.
heading out to defuse a bomb.
And with how easy that is to deal with, it is surprising that they're still devoting an entire operator for, like, Cali in order to get the wall. As well as bringing a Flores. Fuse does have the can openers, but
How much impact it ends up making. He definitely will be able to open into the wall, but again, the defenders are never trying to stop that.
lots of cam work coming out from the defenders
Interesting
here.
idea to fuse before putting down your breaching charge. I kind of like that. Clear out any possible utility you can.
Oh, and TD getting a few early shots here onto Kettle. Bringing Jackal really low health.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Attacking side, again, slowing down. We're not really seeing much pushes coming out, just a lot of angle holding, and could be why the defense sees another round win.
Yeah, they're very timid on trying to enter the building here.
Almost scared. I'd kind of like to see them balls to the wall, just take more gunfights without being as careless as they were in the last round. This vigil seems to might cause some serious havoc for Devil in the squad. They do not find out where he is. Time winding down. Still nothing coming out from the attacking side. Just a lot of angle holding still.
And TD just continuing to waste time by running away here.
Jackal, smart pick after all, but not going to be worth it if there's no one to capitalize off of those pings.
And Devil getting taken out. Going for a push down blue. Down but not out. Mel getting a nice refrag here. Able to keep him into it, but Sare picking him off. TD getting one onto Nilderton. And Jim Bob cleaning up, getting 2. Unlike that, it's down to Nope in a 1v4. A situation she is unfortunately very familiar with, former team. Will she be able to make it
Fortunately
happen?
for Devil's squad, again, round and round, it seems like they just have no idea what they want to do on attack. Curious. You'd think they'd at least have an idea that they want to open walls, cut off angles, and push, but not even that. It seems like they're hoping that the defenders just peek into them as they're sitting there just holding angles. No real pushes coming out, and when they do, round is already far over.
And TD finishing out the round with a kill instead of with time.
Nice little close off from TD there.
They're not making their attack work for them. They're trying to waltz their way into a free pick. Let the defenders make a mistake by running in front of them and catching them off. But TD is prepared for this. They have exactly what they want to hold, and they're playing it step by step. And it's just working out much better for them so far in these early rounds.
Agreed. Finally, we'll see a repeat sight here from TD's team, which means the attacking side should have a better idea of what they need to do. And as we say that, finally a hard breach being brought out. Hopefully that opens the wall easier. I like Ace on this site more than Thermite, just for exactly what TD did. TD was able to sit in bar and shoot the Thermite as he hopped in the window. With Ace, it's a little bit easier. If your Ace gets shot out, you know exactly where they are, or that someone is waiting for you. As I say that, TD switches to the Cav, so we're going to be seeing an even more aggressive round coming up from TD. I think he knows that the attacking team is stalling and is probably sure that he can get a free interrogation.
And TD immediately dropping down to the basement.
Wasting no time.
Bomb located by attackers.
Very open setup here coming from the defenders. Screw holding the wall. I'm just going to blow it all open.
10 seconds to insertion.
And we are now joined by Rude. Welcome.
5 seconds remaining.
Welcome, indeed.
Thank you. Good to be here. It's been a
Attackers are heading out.
pretty one-sided game so far.
It seemingly has been. You're not wrong. And Devil quickly popping off some shots, opening up the double window. Want to take out some of those castles early.
Might be trying to get the person that goes onto the rappel. I like this. Should they opt to repel, I think TD will be more than prepared to run out and get them.
Yeah.
Lurking around in the basement, trying to run out the Dokkaebi timer.
Interesting to use the Dokkaebi call when they did, considering that no one was able to use any of that intel.
And TD getting the pick on to Nilderton on the rappel, just like you said.
Good call.
Unlike that, he's got one free pick. He's able to run away scot-free. And now they have only the Jackal to try and suss out his position here.
And what TD knows is that should they opt to push him, it's only going to be one person, given the way that this attacking team has done things. So that'll net him a free interrogation should he choose to.
And right now the entire attacking squad holding upstairs. Again, just the defender's setup is not allowing them any sort of positioning here.
No joke, and they're not really sure what to do about this. No one playing in A, from what I can see. Makes me wonder if they should just single out the Maestro and push into site.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we know if that castle in that window is open? I just don't see why this Ash they haven't tried a coordinated push on that piano clear.
No one has even opted in the 2 rounds that or this is the second time, but in both rounds that we've seen this side, no piano take has even been thought of.
And I heard the unfortunate sound of a frost mat, leaving Kettle in a 1v4.
Oh.
And there was no hope on that, as he got flanked from 2 different directions. I
hate to say it, but I think we might be on our way to seeing another 7-0 against Devil's team. They just have not figured out how to attack.
So far, there are 3 people on the side of TD's team that have yet to take a death.
A good start for them. Sare with an impressive 7-0. Oh my.
Yeah. Sare and TD work real well together.
She is holding it down. Finally, we see some wall denial come out from the defensive side. Not that they've needed it. And honestly, I don't think they needed it this time, as I'm not even sure the attacking side is going to have a hard breach to choose.
At most, they'll have Ibana and some can openers, but they have nothing to take that denial off the wall.
Yeah.
Unless they plan on opening from above with Buck to get it off, but with the way the defenders have been playing, that is a really dangerous game.
Yeah, and even then, I'm not sure the attackers would think of it. They can't even seem to clear the shield and piano, leaving that up for the entire round. That seems to be a crutch of the attackers. The defense is able to sit behind the utility the entire round.
Unchallenged, it seems.
Yeah.
So they're just letting TD roam and scare the attackers, and then the defenders are just sitting and picking up whatever TD doesn't.
We got another cap can coming out here. Will Jay get any picks with his lovely explosive traps that he's setting down here?
Jay, I think, has the most impressive stat line of everyone.
0, 0, and 0. You love to see it. Especially on a team that has won 4 rounds.
Yeah. I'm sure he is having a blast being able to contribute a lot in this game. No. In his defense, there has not really been a lot of opportunity for him to even see enemies, as I imagine he's more playing side, and the defense hackers can't even get to site, so
he is
not much for
playing a
him to do.
very anchor-heavy role here.
Moving to the attacking side, so we'll see what they're able to come up with. If
Seems like
anything.
they're quickly going to try and take control of top floor here. There are two stacked up on the window, but no one's watching Jim Bob here to make sure he can't get it. James getting some free control, making sure they do not open that hatch with the Ibana. Devil's trying to sneak in here. Will he be able to make anything happen on site?
Playing that rappel.
Oh, and he gets one quick kill on Sarah, her first death of the game. Quickly traded back by Jay, and Jay is now officially on the board. And Nilderton with a nice quick refrag onto James. Sees one set of Kapkan traps and walks into another. Will Nope be able to continue taking the battering from those Kapkan traps?
First time in a while we've seen the attacking side look promising, but TD very known for his clutches, so I expect to
Cosmic getting the frag onto Mel.
Oof.
That's a good pick right there.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, here comes the Ying.
But not fully.
But Jay is prepared, getting the refrag. Just holding down that angle. A clear line of sight on the diffuser now. Cosmic also watching from inside of West Main. It's going to be very hard for them to get this diffuser back.
Yep.
Looks like that defensive side has switched. And it's looking really good to go up 5-0 right now.
And Nope still wandering around on the top floor as Monty, not coming down to support her teammate. Cosmic getting the kill onto Kettle.
Pretty hopeless as we'll see a 5-0 defensive start come out here for TD and his squad. TD not even needed in this round, as Jay heard the caster's curse and decided to call back, hitting us with 2 kills.
Wonderful round for Jay indeed so far. Will he add one more to his tally? Or will it be Cosmic? It will be Jay.
He will.
And a 3K
Jay
on the round.
Huge 3-piece by Jay. He knew we were looking to see more out of him, and he certainly delivered. Finally getting to see some action.
Will the defenders be able to pull out a perfect clean sweep?
Instantly makes you wonder if someone else had followed behind him. Could they have just taken control of site immediately? Only thing that was stopping Devo right there was the fact that Jay was there to trade it out.
Yeah, Jay very pivotal for that round, making sure that they kept that site control.
Seems like a lot of solo plays going out here on the attacking side. Devo entering alone into the site, and Nope standing alone top floor while her teammate is on mezzanine stairs. Just a lot of solo play, which is the complete opposite of what we see from the defensive side. A lot of team play, a lot of pushes together. They know exactly what they want to do.
I will give the benefit of the doubt to Devil. I do think that him going in solo was part of their plan. Or at least I would hope so. It seemed like the rest of them were tasked with getting up top.
TD with the drone massacre. Already taking out 3 of them.
Didn't come out right.
It certainly seemed to. Fuse. Would have been interesting to see Fuse on the other side. See Fuse again come out from this side. No. Wall denial outside of the mute. Should be pretty easy to open the wall, but as we've seen time and time again, hasn't really been much to come after that.
Yeah.
Where's TD ran off to? Oh, he is sitting all the way over here. Hoping to get a pick,
nice
but
little spawn peek.
there is no one coming. He is knocking, but nobody is home. As we look to defenders, all of whom are on the outside here. And Amaru quickly making his way in and down. Very, very short-lived push there from the Amaru. And looking to get fragged out by his own team! They say, no, you were supposed to die and we're going to make sure that happens. And Devil finishing off his teammate.
TD and the squad have got to be loving this.
Well, we at least have wall open with 2 minutes left, so they have plenty of time to figure out what they're gonna do here.
Jay, once again, what is this angle he's watching here? Looks to be just holding through a small hole in the desk. This is a cheeky angle. He was watching that all of last game too.
TD is roaming still.
Yeah. Oh, he might. Ooh.
Evil hears him, but he's not in a position to get the frag.
Hatch will be popped.
And TD moving around just too late to catch him off. But Cosmic and Jimbob getting the kills. Ooh, nice pick on a Cosmic from Kettle. Trying to bring it back a little closer.
Good shots by Kettle. Stopping Cosmic from doing any more damage. Sitting at a nice 6 and 3.
Oh, and like that, they've started to sprint on in. Quick pop of the Goyo shield. Kettle getting a nice frag. Nope being gifted a kill onto Jay.
Some life coming out here from the attacking side.
James getting the kill on a Nope. Nope giving her position away by shooting that Goyo shield. And like that, James is able to trade it out.
Interesting decision to shoot the Goyo shield by Nope, considering that she was closest to it, so it was doing more damage to her than it even was to Jimbob.
Yeah. That was an interesting play, to say the least. And it looks like for what may be the final round here, after a perfect 6-0 defense from the defenders, the now new defenders elect to go to the basement site.
Yes. TD on the Monte. This is interesting.
It is unusual to see a TD on a Monty. Not unheard of,
from TD,
but unusual for sure.
Seems like the defending side was going for an all-MVP lineup, but unfortunately, we had someone who did not participate in that.
Not an all-elite lineup coming out here from the defense. Unfortunate. You love to see people flex their money purchases.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Who better to talk about that than you?
I know. Mr. owns every elite skin himself.
Take a look at the scorecards here. Not much to see from the blue team, but already on the orange team, Sarah and Jimbob tied with 7 kills.
Just call him
apiece.
James.
James.
Oh, that's James. I had no idea.
Yes. That is the fabled James. Guys, you opened a hole, and then reinforced it. What's the plan here?
So it helps when there's a Mav on the board. When you're trying to Mav trick the wall, it's a little harder to get, but...
Yeah, but you'd want to make a lot of small holes if there's a Mav. You don't want one big hole.
With no Maverick, you would think that their only option is to burn it with utility. No Jaeger, though. Interesting that they didn't choose to bring that. I think TD's team, though, is pretty confident that regardless, they'll be able to get into the site. So I'm not sure they're too worried about how to open the wall. In fact, I'm not even sure that they're going to go for the wall. Which is going to throw Kettelkorn and his team off quite a bit.
Evil already taking some early damage. There's a nice pinch coming out here from the attackers to try and make sure that he's picked off. And with 3 of them on different windows,
he's got nowhere to go.
No chance, nowhere to run. And TD with an aggressive push-in takes out Nilderton. And like that, it's already man advantage 3v5. And they aggressively start making their way towards site.
TD trying to become the highest kill fragger on his team for a second game in a row. As it is now shared between Jimbo, Sare, and TD.
Still a little bit of droning going on, making sure they know where their attackers are coming from. But TD gets traded out by Mel. A last-ditch effort to try and stay in this game. Will Mel be able to make a comeback for his team? Standing in as the sub. But Jim Bob getting one more pick here. It was looking ever more grim for the defenders.
And unfortunately, I think we're bound to see another 7-0 come out against Devil's team.
Oh, Mel getting the trade onto Jay after he takes out Nope. But no 1v3 here. Against 3 of the highest scoring fraggers.
Oh,
Unable to see James.
That's unfortunate.
Getting the free kill to end out the game. And a disappointing 7-0, the second one of the tournament, on the same team. Hate to see it.
Dominant victory, too. 7-2, followed by a 7-0. And both the squads, in the squad in both games, performing extremely well. No one on his team even going negative, far from it, as the lowest player, I believe, was as a 2 OKD.
Very well played from TD's team.
Great job from TD's team, the preparation out of them.
Well, let's see if we can't get some of these captains in here.
I have a question for you too. Do you think that if Devil's team has Nifty instead of Mel, do you think they at least get around him?
I don't know. I feel like last time the opponent they were facing wasn't quite as strong, and they're still getting shut down just as hard.
Yeah, I think they're really going to have to think about how they attack, because it feels like they're struggling pretty hard on the basics.
Well, now that we have our captains here, I guess we'll start with Devil here. So, I would imagine that game did not go as expected for you. Assuming everyone can be heard. Hello.
What's poppin'?
Just hanging out, having a good time, watching some Siege.
Nice.
I assume certain things did not go as planned there.
Oh, no. That went just as we planned.
Prepared for the 7-0, I see.
There was no care in win or loss. It was whatever dumb shit you want to do, fucking do it. It's gonna be hilarious.
Going for the vibes.
Oh, yeah, I could not care. I was just trying to have fun, and that was probably the most fun game of Siege I've played in a while.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Well, since there were no expectations on that side, I guess I'll swing it around to TD. Once again, your team stands victorious in a very dominant fashion. I assume once again you were prepared for this map?
Yes.
Your team practicing strats for the game?
Somewhat, yeah.
Making sure your defensive holds were on point?
Yeah, just showing everyone we can play without Clash.
We were
for most of those defensive rounds.
We were questioning what was going on there.
I mean, a lot of that's a bait, so you kind of force them to push a certain way if you don't have denial and whatnot. So
fair enough. Just trying to make your own funnel, I guess, right?
It works most of the time.
Not having Jay on Clash, or was that a deliberate decision?
Yeah.
He showed us certainly that he can frag out. And the whole team itself did a great job. Lowest player on the team dropped a 2-0 KD.
Yeah, we played well for sure. Everyone knew
So,
what they were doing.
as a captain of a team who is probably the best stratted in the tournament, how do you get everyone to buy in to the strategies and the roles?
Normally just Sarah and I come up with stuff, and then we cram it all in last second to everyone else.
Well, it seems to be quite effective. Say that much.
Yeah, most people don't want to spend all that time, but they do spend enough time, to learn it, so that's all that counts. That's all that matters.
Fair
It seems
enough.
to be paying off quite well.
Well, unless there are any more questions from my fellow commentators here. Rude, do you have anything you want to ask?
I think you guys touched on it all. I just want to say once again, what a win by your team, TD.
Thank you.
I don't think you guys could have played it any better. And can't wait to see what you guys have next.
Definitely seems
Yeah,
very well
next
thought
round.
out. Always ready for the trade, refrag.
You were playing Tree, so this should be a 3-0. Tree's easy.
I also know
Really,
you're
the
very
banter
familiar
come
with his play style
Now
as well.
see, if Tree gets subbed out for anyone else, then they'll have a chance. But if Tree stays, yeah, it's an easy 3-0.
Wow.
All
I
right.
won't let you talk about Tree like that. That's crazy.
He likes it, though.
He does a little bit.
I would have to imagine Tree is used to it at this point.
Yeah.
He likes being degraded.
Oh, yeah.
He loves being
Yeah.
talked down to
If you
by
call him
Papa T.
Jerkalicious, he hates it.
Does
Just
he?
FYI for anybody, yeah.
Well, on that
It's
note,
weird, but
I think we shall
That's a good way to end this.
wrap up this stream here. Thanks again for watching, everyone. That concludes the double header of games today. Hope to see everyone next time
Well,
when we finish out our group stage for the Better Vibes tourney. Thank you all for
GG's.
coming out.
GG's.
GG's and good night.